Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Lush Foliage. In today's video we are going to be talking about this beautiful plant called as Typhonium Roxburghii. Now when you tend to look at this plant, when you take a first glance, of course you will think that this is a Syngonium, which initially I thought as well, but it is a completely different species. It's a different genus from the genus of Typhonium. Looks absolutely beautiful. Now guys, I cannot determine or I cannot say this is a rare plant or this is a common plant. It is not rare plant because this plant is native to India. It's also native to the southern central China. It's native to Sri Lanka, Andaman, Bangladesh. I feel extremely happy, especially when I get to know that a particular plant is native to India, especially a plant that looks so beautiful. So when I went to the backyard, I wanted to pick up this plant so that I can propagate and increase the quantity of this plant, because out there in the wild there is nobody to take care of it, and during winters probably one or two of them do survive, and after that they die and they come back again during the monsoon season in my hometown Mangalore. So this plant was pretty much growing everywhere, but it was very difficult to find this plant because there were a lot of large weeds that were growing, and this plant was kind of hidden between those large weeds. So I somehow managed to pick up some of them, and I hope that I'll be able to propagate them and multiply them. And why not? Because this is one of our native plants which are native to India. So again, it was the same thing when I got the plant and I potted it. Few of the leaves got dried up. You can see yellow leaves, which is absolutely okay because the plant is getting acclimated in the new environment. But you can see it is putting out a new leaf, so that is giving me a lot of hope that this plant is going to do quite well. Now of course the plant is not very showy. I don't know, some people might not find this plant very attractive, but the moment I'm going to show you the bloom or the flower of this plant, you will totally fall in love with this plant, and that is what exactly made me fall in love with this plant. So I'll put up the image of the flower on your right hand side and you can see how beautiful the flower is. It has this very velvet texture, and it's almost dark red wine in color. Looks absolutely beautiful. It has the spathe and the spadix, same thing like how our lilies tend to grow, and that is why one of the name that has been given to this plant is Dwarf Voodoo lily. I don't know how true that name is, or probably it's given by some of the locals. It's also called as the Dwarf Voodoo lily because of that absolutely beautiful flower. I don't know what is the reason behind giving such a weird name to this plant, but that is what's been mentioned on the internet. But as I said, overall the plant kind of looks very similar to a Syngonium, but it's very different. Now talking about the care requirements, that is something that you have to keep in mind. Now they do not like a lot of direct sunlight. Probably early morning before 10 a.m. direct sunlight, which is mild, is absolutely okay. Afternoon sunlight, the plant will die, will get burnt. So please do not offer afternoon direct sunlight. Talking about watering, whenever you see around 1 inch of the upper layer of soil is dry, go ahead and do a complete watering, because they are not drought tolerant plant. They prefer moist environment. They require moist soil but not soggy wet soil. The pot is a very small 6-inch pot, and the soil mix that I've used is a mix of coco peat, garden soil, sand and perlite. The same soil mix which I tend to use because they prefer a loose, porous, well-draining soil mix, but something that is very organic rich. So I offer a good amount of compost tea, but not now because the plant has just been planted in this pot. So I'll give at least 2 or 3 weeks before I add any kind of fertilizers. So it's an absolutely beautiful plant. It tends to go dormant during the winters. It prefers warmer environment. If you are from a place wherein you experience extreme cold, then the plant might completely die off and only the tubers or the bulb will stay inside the pot. Other than that, all of the leaves will fall off because they prefer a warmer environment. Even in Mangalore, when I had gone in the month of January. Now Mangalore guys, the winters are not very intense. Even during the winters, the temperatures are around 25-27 degrees Celsius, which is not too much for this plant. It still feels very warm. So even in the month of January, February, I had seen that the plant was still present, but I was not able to take it that time. But this time during the monsoon season, they were in a large number, so I was able to pick up few of them. And as I said, I want to propagate them because why not? It is native to India, so we want to save as much native plants as we can. So let's see how it goes. Of course, now it has recently come in, so it's going to take a while for them to grow, and I'm going to be keeping it in indirect bright light, partial shade, wherein there is a good amount of indirect bright light, and the plant will do quite well. Humidity is something that I have to keep in mind because they prefer a good amount of humidity. The place from where I got it, Mangalore, it has a good amount of humidity, so that is something that I have to keep in mind. Apart from that, it's quite an easy plant because it's native to India, so it has the proper growing conditions. Only thing is that we have to keep these things in mind. Again, as I said, if you are from a place wherein the winters are very, very intense, then you'll have to grow it indoor, but ensure you're keeping it near the windowsill where it gets a good amount of indirect bright light. Propagation, as of now, I'm not very sure because I've just got this plant. I'm still studying this plant, but they have these tubers, or they have these bulbs that they tend to grow inside the soil, and they multiply over the period of time. It will turn into a clump because that's how they tend to grow in nature, so we have to keep a close eye. Of course, if it happens to flower, which I'm not very sure if it's going to happen this year because now it's monsoon season, then it's going to be winters. During winters, this plant is not going to flower. It's only going to flower during the summers. So if that ever happens, I will definitely share a video and show you how beautiful the flower tends to look like. Now, talking about, is this plant toxic? Yes, this plant is toxic to humans as well as pets if the leaves are ingested, so ensure you're keeping this plant away from their reach. Now, I'm not very sure how you'll be able to find this plant because I haven't seen anyone selling it online, but these are readily found in Goa, Mangalore, probably in the Western Ghats as well. If you can find them, it's up to you if you want to pick them up. A lot of backyards in Goa, old houses, you will find them growing randomly. So if you want, you can pick them up and you can grow them because these are native to our country. So guys, that's all about it. I hope that this video was helpful to you. If it was, please hit the like button, and if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing to it. Until then, take care, stay safe, and keep planting.